Yeah, The Biggest Loser. That's a show on NBC, I believe. Saw it on cable. I first saw it with my parents 6, 7 years ago. And the biggest losers are the people who watch the program and believe in its implications. That's the losers. Not the dyke personal trainer in there, not the gentleman. Isn't it strange that we know about her sexual preferences, but we don't know his? Isn't that strange? Because the people who do that show have an agenda. People have agendas, which is fine, and I'm going to discuss them. I really don't care about the lady. She's pretty. Sure. She doesn't like men. That's fine. Because when I was growing up, if we saw lesbians, we said, oh, she couldn't get a man. That's what women would say. But men are under attack in our culture, and women are under attack in this culture. But what is The Biggest Loser about? What are they trying to say? They're trying to say that you're no good. That's basically what the point of that is. You're no good. You're fat and you're a loser. That's what they're saying. When I was in Fresno, I had a gentleman there that was, he never trained me, but he was a friend of my trainer. And he was a big kid, great body. He was an ex-football player. He was about 6'3". He weighed about I'd say about 250. And he was muscled and he was solid, and he made a movie with Adam Sandler, and I think he played like a goofball. And I think he'd probably be in his mid-30s by now, because that was a long time ago. But when that fat guy died, that famous fat guy, the guy that was in Tommy Boy, whatever that guy's name was, he didn't say anything about the heroin and the drugs that the guy was on. He said something about the fact that he was fat. So he thought it was the reason he died was that he was fat. That's how twisted the guy's mind was. He was already twisted. He was already thinking crazy. His mind had already been infected with a disease. Because the gentleman on Tommy Boy, which I can't remember to save my life, I'll think of it later. I'm on this Seroquel, so I have temporary memory lapses. But the gentleman was genetically predisposed to look like that. That was his body. That's him. I have a friend who got man tits, and he wants to lose weight, and he lost a bunch of weight already, and he's still got man tits. Because he's genetically predisposed to being man tits. He let himself go. If he had never gotten really fat, he would have never got man tits, but now he's stuck with them, and he's going to have to go see a surgeon to fix it. Unless he can really prove it that he can lose the weight. But I think it'll be very difficult to get rid of him. Very difficult. Because as Gary Taubes in his book has pointed out, these things are genetically predisposed. They're part of our DNA. You cannot fight DNA. DNA is very difficult to fight. I can't help it that I have the body that I have. I don't have to work that hard. I work out about 2 hours a week. And that's probably pushing it. I probably don't work a whole 2 hours. Don't need to. I used to work really hard, and then after I read and studied some more, I work out less. Because it's a waste of time. Now, what do you need to do? If you want to lose weight and you're a white person or a white male, I don't know about anybody else. Because I am talking about your genetic predisposition. All right, you know what I'm saying. Genetic predispositions. If you're genetically predispositioned to get fat, it's going to be very difficult for you to lose weight more than if you're like me. But I would say if you want to lose weight, you need to watch your carbohydrates and you need to address your inflammation issues. The carbohydrates are not enough. You need to fix your inflation issues. Inflammation, not inflation. Inflation's an issue, but not right now. So you have things in your body that aren't going well that are causing you to gain weight. And you need to address those issues. Either through a doctor or what have you. Or blood test or what have you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you are what you are born, and you have to do that. Now, I will say this, that a lot of the foods we eat are changing our DNA, are changing the expression of our DNA. They're changing our bodies, and we need to address these issues. You need to look at everything you're eating. You need to get there. And I would recommend a fast for anyone who's doing that. Fast and get those ketone sticks and make sure you're in ketosis and do that and address that. I've never had to do any of that crap. Never. Never done any of it. So, anyway, I did go on a low-carb diet for 4 months and lost almost 40 pounds. So, yeah, I farted all the time. It was awful. And I'd get sick if I ate a donut. But that's the way it is. Anyway, I didn't mean to be mad at lesbians. They're fine. It's okay if you don't want to make love with me. There's millions of straight girls that agree with you. Bye-bye.